screen. And we built that roster. It came from tier 2 drama alert, came from second win, turns into 2-tier drama alert, turns into American Tornado. That all gets picked up by Illinois State University, and the start of collegiate really begins to build. A lot of these players on your screen right now were at the heart of collegiate Overwatch, really coming into its own with that ISU squad and showing the nation, showing the world how impactful it can truly be. And now with Overwatch League, a thing of the past, RIP, and Overwatch Championship Series in our future, collegiate is once again standing out as a destination for a lot of these top tier players to land. And holy cow, the pedigree on this squad is unreal.
I mean, we don't even really have to talk about them. I think the only I think that the only outlier here is Tree, just because of the lack of synergy. But other than that, I think that
when you're saying Tree is the outlier,
I know,
like what?
But
Tree,
it's true.
I mean, Tree is the prodigy. Tree is probably the best, just like naturally talented DPS player to ever come through NA, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's insane how good Tree is. And then, like you said, I mean, like and he's the least experienced of the bunch. And honestly, it's funny you talk about synergy, because I was talking to their coach Wheats, who was the coach for all of the aforementioned teams that I listed, by the way. He was saying that Tree actually doesn't really get to scrim with them very often. Actually, not at all. They don't get any practice time with Tree because he's not old enough to compete in OWCS. So the rest of this team is part of an M80 roster that just got announced today that will be competing in OWCS. Tree can't scrim with them. So they literally only get to play with the Prodigy on collegiate match days.
And a reminder that everybody that Tree graduated early at 15, and made the jump to collegiate ranks, and then the age restriction came through from Blizzard, and has to wait at least one more year before OWCS is even on the horizon for him. So good luck. We'll see how this goes through. But you know what? Enough of Winthrop. Let's take a look at their opponents here. Fisher Esports. This is a laundry list of tier 2 royalty. And really, the two that really stand out to me the most are Cabe, who we used to butcher the name back in Contenders Trials days, calling him Kabe. I think that we got trolled by Cabe a few times because he was
that was just all my fault. I actually apologized to him in person for that, but that's a different story.
And also Neb. Neb is one of the best supports in the tier 2 ecosystem. So those are going to be the two that I'm looking here for Fisher.
I'm going to keep going down the line. I mean, Riker's a legend, also known as J-Bubs, has been around since 2019, was playing against Second Win and American Tornado and all these guys in NA contenders when they were all in their prime. Most of the time was with Wisp, was with Odyssey there for a short stint, but then Lukewarm. Yep. Lukewarm is one of the newer names here in the Path to Pro scene, but really just absolutely exploded. About 2021, came up and made a name for himself with O3 Splash and just exploded on the scene with O3 Splash that year, and has really been turning heads ever since. So, I mean, this Fisher squad has been a staple of collegiate Overwatch for several years now, with Tensa at the helm. Fun fact, Tensa and Kaluj were actually on the Team Goats together that actually originated the comp. There's a little fun 7 ways of Kevin Bacon type of scenario going on there. But anyway, so this squad has a lot of experience and a lot of synergy.
Role is going to be big. It's going to be Kaluj versus Riker. Riker might have the slight edge as far as brawly takes.
Oh, I don't know. That's a bold statement, my friend. I will say, I think that's a little bit of a hot take. Obviously, Kaluj, was a runner-up in Overwatch League with San Francisco Shock, played at the 2022 Grand Finals, and then just continued to perfect their game at the top level with Toronto Defiant. That level of experience cannot be discredited, and Kaluj is mean on this JQ.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying that the brawl, I think that this mantra that comes out from J-Bubs, a.k.a. Riker, it's pretty damn good. So we're going to see. I mean, who's going to come out right here, Fisher or Winthrop? And I think that if Fisher can actually take the aggression, rotate properly, especially with Lukewarm on this Tracer. Sam is a damn good tracer in their own right. Maybe one of the better ones as far as NA, but we'll see how this goes down.
Yeah, Lukewarm has their hands full here. It's a matter for Fisher. Can they close the distance with Cave and Riker and get these punches finding value? I mean, so far they were able to close the distance, but Riker just couldn't put any hurt onto Kalush. Seemed invulnerable. God mode turned on. Ultraviolet, the only one to fall here for Winthrop in first fight.
I mean, just extra sustain. I mean, you're going with a Kiriko and a Lucio there, so I mean, the Afida, the Suzu is going to keep Kalush up in the middle of these fights, and you're looking at Tree, one of the purest aims ever to grace our game, at least as far as the NA side of things. Yeah, this is going to be
Which is
a
why you
definite
have Tree
hard one,
on the Soldier. Tree is a
Yep.
nasty tracer in his own right, but is so darn good at the Soldier, and you need that punch and power. You need that elite top-tier aim.
I like the swap for Cave to go over to the Genji,
Yes.
though. Going to try and deflect some of this back. And there's an early pulse, but holy crap.
Oh, and combined with a lot of fire, able to take Riker out of the fight early. And that's all you need if you're Winthrop. I mean, that is one and done as far as ultimates are concerned, efficient as could be.
I mean, I tell you what, Jeff, Clairvoyant kind of reached out to us from the University of Missouri. They streamed one of their scrims with this team, and
Yes.
they were
Shout
kind of
out
playing with
Clairvoyant.
their
Thank you
food.
for that.
Yeah, I mean, my home state, university, so love there for the Tigers, but still, they were playing with their food during that scrim. They are not playing with their food here. They are taking this absolutely seriously.
Yeah, they were showing some funny comps in that one, but no, Winthrop is 100% going to take Fisher seriously. Even with, multiple years of Overwatch League experience, you cannot sleep on Fisher Esports. And it's Ultraviolet with an early concerted rush here in this one. Trying to get the jump down, and it succeeds on finding Cave. Grapes running for dear life across the top of the wall, finds the Mega, but now looks like Fisher is caught in a corner. Riker trying to draw some attention back towards the White Room, and succeeds in doing so, but has to sacrifice themselves.
I mean, this is just a study in positioning. It's a study in efficiency. And it's a study in, honestly, just superior mechanics right now. And I mean, I love what I'm seeing out from this team. They invest one ultimate. They've still got another 4-pack on the line. So, I mean, for Fisher, I think that they've got to be bold in their assessment of this Winthrop team. They need to be able to push in. And you know what? Make them expect the unexpected.
Riker already low, and the cell barrier's late. No, not what Fisher wanted. Grapes is going to get just absolutely bored open by the overclock from Tree. And this is looking like a 100-0. Lukewarm on a sliver of health, trying to stall things out. No more red jerseys on the battlefield. Winthrop clean up here in round one.
Well, you know what? It's been a minute since I've seen Kalush play, and you know what? I mean, the sustain is just too good. That's part of the reason why this team is so good, is because they do understand each other so well.
I mean, just
And
that level of experience. That experience competing at the top level with the best in the world. It really changes the cut of your cloth. I mean, like, it's cut from something else here for Winthrop. It's made of absolute titanium. It's maybe some futuristic metal that I don't even know about, because the mechanics are just so clean, so on another level. I mean, you look at Sam's Tracer, and just how clean the blink melees are, and you just see thousands and thousands of hours of practice in that.
Well, we're gonna get a mirror here. We're gonna see. Yeah, a mirror across the board. And I think that the Kiriko is important. I think it is very necessary. The Moira does a lot, especially when you're running with the Genji, because you can throw that healing out there, you don't put yourself in danger. But here, with the flanker, with the mobility, you can use the Kiriko to swift step and make sure that you keep your team up.
Survivability is the name of the game here in Season 9 for your supports. While we have seen a lot of the Moira lately. And UV using the business into those kunai. Showing that, not only can they survive, but they can do damage too. UV fights 3. What a lethal Kiriko.
A UV boy can survive? Sorry, Hank Williams reference.
Okay.
Hank Williams reference. Anyways.
Nice. I respect it. I respect it.
Thank you. I mean, look, Ultraviolet is going to take 1v1s if they can, because of once again the mechanical superiority, but also the willingness and the trust of the rest of the team that if they do get into a little bit of trouble, they're going to have that back right there. But hey, that's a great pick from Grapes as they try to take this point.
A huge pick. Really opening up the world for Cave to move in. Currently just poking here from the front right-hand side. Riker, feeling bold, moves in, forces everybody out, including Kaluge. Decides who to chase, looking for the supports, will settle for Tree on that outside. So a lot of reinforcements, and Winthrop do a good job of just staying elusive. Trey takes Lukewarm down. Oh my goodness. Now Graves is just skirting on the wall, running away from the onslaught. Big boop results in a stick.
No shot!
Sam got pushed over there and then just runs with it, flows with the boop into a stick and a melee kill on the cave.
I mean, to reference your the Book of Water right there, that was a flow that I don't think 99% of the players in Overwatch could do. Okay, I got booped off the side. I'm just going to blink over and hit you with a pulse bomb, then blink back and then recall out. That's just insane.
I'm on fire so far here at map 1. Can we call him S9mm and TR33? Like, can we just double down on that?
Yes.
Consider a rush on the point for both of our teams. UV caught out this time. No triple kill for you in this fight. Lukewarm looking for a place to drop this overclock. There we go. Liar. Oh, gets the kill on Graves and gets the sound barrier down with that door. Winthrop low on health though. Still Tree finds Cave. Kaluge's yet to get topped off and will not with this rampage coming through. Still Lyra and Kaluge manage to stay alive despite the anti-heals on him. Lukewarm with the overclock is too busy dealing with UV on the outside, who teleports away while Tree gets the kill. Oh my good, the rope-a-dope coming out of Winthrop. And despite the low health bars, they continue to stand tall.
Yeah, but they whiff on the rampage, and now Cave's gonna be able to work in. They've got a pulse bomb at their back. They get a stick. They don't get the kill.
Oh,
they
nice.
do get the kill on the follow-up. Okay, they should be able to flip the point here if they can stay alive.
It's just 2 supports versus Cave on a Tracer. Lands the majority of that clip. Turns around. Oh, a little bit elusive. Ultraviolet's able to escape. Still not unscathed. Liar gets melted. Yuffie's back with the kill. Winthrop hang on through a fun little 1v2 at the very end. Close out map 1 in a 2-0.
I mean, that's workmanlike. You know, and there was issues, you know, when we talk about Team USA, when we talk about AT, when we talk about, you know, some of the iterations and some of the stories that were floating around out there, you know, about the commitment. Well, I'm not seeing any of that. So, you know what? Critics be damned. Shut your mouth. This team is on fire. See Iron come in.
Okay.
Have not seen this gamer play for a minute.
That's what I was just thinking, Billy. We've seen Riker starting for Fisher for some time. So I'm curious to see what the game plan here. Does it change, or is this just, you know, is Riker feeling off tonight, feeling like they're all thumbs tonight? Or even something, you know, I've heard of a lot of people getting sick lately with the big weather changes we've had coming across the country. So it could be something as simple as that. But I wonder if it's not a strategic change or a strategic swap here in the roster.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what Iron brings to the clash here. Reminder to everybody, these are 2 of the top 4 teams in the Okra rankings across the collegiate competitions. We take a big sample size and try to come up with the best rankings possible. Nice observing from our dear Carolyn.
Always.
She gives us the best. I actually have not seen some of these pictures that she is showing us on our preview screen. There's angles that she gets that I'm just fascinated with. This is a wonderful view.
It's so tough to do. I've taken a stab at some of this stuff before, and getting these cool camera moves and stuff, and just having a good eye for it. It's very
stab?
difficult to do it. It's harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks. That's for sure. Big shout out, Carol, our observer, every week.
Just a shout. Oh, I mean, she's the best. I want to kind of pull the curtain back a little bit. Jeff, you used to do play-by-play and production when we started.
Yeah.
And you used to do the best job ever.
Well,
and I mean, Carolyn's just good stuff. Oh no. All
yes.
Right, called it out.
Yes, Iron, this is your tryout. Amazing. What a call out from Kaluge here. Oh, and I haven't seen Iron in some time. I mean, played for Afterlife for a little bit throughout last year. But otherwise, I mean, I hadn't really seen Iron since ISU days, which is early 2022. It's kind of the last time I remember seeing Iron regularly.
Well, the Doomfist is an interesting choice here. I mean, good engagement, good disruption. You've got the power block to kind of mitigate some damage, and I mean, you're just going to put the backline of Winthrop under duress, which is exactly where he's trying to go right now.
And this does kind of indicate that it was a strategic move. I don't remember seeing J-Bubs play, Riker play Doomfist that I could think of. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Collusion under a lot of pressure. Collusion's going down! Iron has come in and gotten the better of the Team USA main tank right out of the gate.
I mean, let's go. I mean, that's exactly what we want to see. Instant impact. Love to see it. Now it's all about, can we get this first corner? Can we, find another pick? Want to see what Iron can do here on the back of that first crucial pick.
Spun a lot of space here for Fisher to work. We should just need one more fight here to close this thing out. Sam waiting on the outside, and Fisher don't have enough resources, I think, to turn the corner just yet. Oh, Lukewarm gets caught out. Cave was trying to open it up over the wall, but it's just not in time. And with Lukewarm down, Fisher have limited options here on what they could do.
I mean, it'll be a fast. I'll say it's going to be fast. It's going to be a fast comeback, but that's a fast clip from Sam. Sam is on one tonight.
That's up to those bleak melees. That's what I was talking about, where you don't even see the melee. Like, it's just so clean. And the timing on that for knowing exactly when your clip is going to end to get the melee in and the recall all in one swift move, it is practiced. Iron! I thought you were just going to escape out there with that meteor strike. Iron just turned around and smashed both supports into the dirt. There's an implant on the wall of Liar and Ultraviolet right now.
I mean, what a good Kitsune rush, though. It allows, it's a reduced cooldown time. So, I mean, he's able to commit even more of those combos into it, and is already 40% towards another meteor strike.
Winthrop does manage to get back here before the cart caps, using this coalescence here to just corral Fisher Esports into the courtyard below. Dave getting a little aggressive, has a duplicate to work with, a little bit of extra room. Nice spot. Unfortunately for Lukewarm, they get run all the way out. Now a duplicate down low into the Ramatra. Double tanks here on the battlefield for Fisher. Arms up from Cave. They desperately need this 2 meters to cap. But Kaluj has an ultimate. Liar has a sound barrier. Winthrop moving forward, pressuring Fisher back. Neb falls with a shot from Tree. Lukewarm trying to take cover down here in the cave. Has a pulse bomb in the pocket, but just has to get out.
I mean, smart disengages. We're under a minute now. We'll see. Oh, man. I mean, I'm looking for Neb to get this Kitsune rush. What a shot from Tree! Just takes Cave's head clean off.
If you wonder why we call Tree the Prodigy, there you go. Damn, turn to the corner, melts Iron with half a clip. And that's enough to put a stop to this attack.
I mean, I thought that Cave was actually going to be able to build up to an annihilation, but I had to throw the Nemesis form up and get the hands in front of the face fast, because they just got swarmed. Ultraviolet on this Moira is providing so much sustain. Sam is basically taking care of himself. So, I mean, you've got, 3 other members of the team to take care of. That is such a weight off of a support's shoulders. That's what this volume brings in from this Violet Moira.
The Kitsune rush to start things off from Neb. Last chance for Fisher to cap point A. Rotating to the outside. He doesn't really have a good shot on Kaluj. Now Trey has an overclock from the back. Everybody from Fisher's got to be really careful. Iron uses the meteor strike. Still standing tall on the point, but Ultraviolet moves in with the coalescence and has driven off almost all of the squishies. Burning down Neb, and the guy wouldn't spawn. That pulse is going to land, and Iron is gone. Actually died before the pulse even exploded. With Tree getting the kill in the cave. That is it. That's the nail in the coffin. A pair of kills for the Prodigy and a full hold for Winthrop.
I mean, just perfect rotations, perfect disengages. Iron, based upon what they're going up against right now, Jeff, I think that's about as good as you could expect. And
I thought
Ultraviolet,
Iron was fantastic.
I mean, the Kitsune rush into the combos were good. You'll see it come out here just a little bit after this. Yeah. So, I mean, everything was sped up at that point, and that's why you see a 3K come out from Iron here. So, I mean, great coordination there between, the support and the tank. But, I mean, it was just too much. Too much in the tank for this Winthrop team. And I tell you what, I mean, they are looking absolutely murderous right now. And I am terrified for what Fisher's going to do defensively. I like Kaluj coming out on the Sarissa. Going to be able to withstand the punches coming in from Iron. and then use the javelin to kind of displace him. Yeah, I'm liking this counter picking right now.
I'm scared for the entirety of the NA scene, Billy. I don't know that there's any roster in collegiate or otherwise that can stand up to this roster right now. That Winthrop is looking scary. This looks like the AT of old, where they just were unbeatable. Infallible confidence, incredible speed, regrouping at the blink of the eye so they can take so many fights. The teamwork's impeccable. It's hard to find a flaw in them right now.
Could you imagine if Tree was able to play on the OWCS team?
I mean, they have Seeker on that squad, so I mean, that's pretty darn good too. Pretty darn comparable. It's like Tree, slightly less prodigy, but more experience and has more proven peaks and pop-off potential. But anyway, still this core is just so nasty. But look at that. With that said, Grapes with a nice move up onto the high ground has already found Sam.
They haven't really stopped the progress of the card that much. I think they're looking out for kind of exit kills here, trying to catch the rotation coming in from Tree. I think the Sam with a good rotation here should be able to unlock this. Man, Kalush is playing incredibly smart right now, using a lot of the natural cover here around this first corner.
And Winthrop did a good job of kind of funneling Fisher off of that high ground, exactly what they wanted, not allowing Cape to get back up there. That was a great javelin block already used here from Iron. He's getting pushed the wrong direction. Somehow, at least manages to make it somewhat back up the hill and dodges that second javelin. Crucial moves out of Iron to stay alive.
Kitsune Rush should open this next fight. Well, I say that it's going to be dueling Kitsune Rushes. Maybe Ultra probably kind of.
It's Neb who launches it first. I love the gumption. Fisher are getting proactive now, and it's being rewarded. Now here comes the counter punch. Can Fisher survive the other way? Graves cannot. Neither can Iron. Back-to-back kills for Tree. A last-minute Suzu will save Neb, and Cabe has looped around from the other side with the duplicate. That's going to force Tree to get the heck out of dodge. Ooh, Sam's still in the thick of it, though. Low health around the corner. Cade can't turn because there's too much gunfire coming in from the other side.
Oh, man, they get an overclock to boot. So, I mean, this is going to provide a lot more stability here as we're now on the 2-minute mark. And, yeah, what a great move there. Lands the stickies and gets out of the way of the pulse bomb.
Abe has saved that point once already. Now Tree with an overclock. Oh, Lukewarm, you turned the wrong corner. Grapes did the same. Oh, you should not have peeked that. Everybody falls under the weight of the mighty Tree.
I mean, Tree is unbroken, unbent, unfazed, and unbothered. Man, this Prodigy is on a different level, folks. I cannot tell you this enough. But Iron gets the do. And I mean, absolutely beautiful Doomfist play out of this tank player. Love to see him back in the scene.
And I love the idea of throwing the Doomfist at
inserts themselves into this quasi American Tornado roster so well, so seamlessly. Like they don't miss a beat. I personally think that there's a little bit of an upgrade. That's just my personal take on it. I love what they're bringing to this, and well, we'll see how they deal with Junkertown or New Junk City. Collusion's bringing the Malga out.
Okay. Malga very good up close, struggles at the poke, but I don't think Ramatra is going to be able to play their game as well as they'd like, at least not directly against the Malga. See how Iron responds. Who is still in this match, by the way? No more Riker, or no Riker here in map 3. It's the DPS. Tree indeed, having a field day. As anticipated, finds the opening headshot. Fisher running away.
You know, I mean, Kaluj with this burn damage is going to pull so many more resources out of them as well. This is just a very unfortunate situation for Fisher, because once you get the cooldowns out of the Ramatra, even through the Nemesis form, you're still going to burn. You do have one Suzu, so I mean, if he starts connecting with the left click again, it's going to be all she wrote.
I love the aggression out of Lukewarm, just flying in the face of Winthrop and spitting in the face of danger as they do. Oh, wanted that kill up over the top onto UV, couldn't quite find it. It's in fact Tree who does. Oh, right in the face comes Kalush, swapping onto a Doofus. Lukewarm manages to escape alive, but Fisher have been forced back off of that advantageous high ground. I'm just trying to back out alive. I think this fight has broken down horrifically. Sam tried to chase down the back line while Iron was trying to escape, and I don't think anybody from Fisher is getting what they want.
Nope, I think this is just going to be a pursuit and kill and execute. Well, you'll get the recall out, so I mean, Lukewarm's going to be trying to get out of there.
That's going to be a quick first cap here for Winthrop. Lyre was staying really aggressive. I mean, look how aggressively positioned Winthrop stayed. How long they stuck around in front of the Fisher spawn. I mean, and it's just to even further control pace. And then keep an eye on Sam. Sam could prove dangerous with that blade if they can catch Fisher in rotation.
I mean, it's all about, you know, what kind of a what kind of
Sam
your,
didn't make it across.
No, they were even. I think they were too busy trying to jilt each other. And well, that's 2 kills out of the back.
All right, Cave's not giving up on it. Cancels the overclock, but not before Tree can pick up 1. Lyre will take down Collusion. It's a 2v2 on this point, but it's both supports, and Lyre threw down a sound barrier. UV down to sub 50 health, starting to get a little bit of that back. Nobody has control of the objective. Reinforcements are starting to show up for Winthrop. Here comes
Blade
Sam with the blade. Graves chopped in half. Did not see that one coming at all. Attention turn on to Iron, who's popped an Annihilation. Sam is happy with that, and Winthrop do get first cap.
Yeah, it's all about you know, being able to maximize on the back of this now. I mean, the sound barrier is kind of a debate, kind of a useless, but I mean, it keeps them in the fight, gives them a little bit of extra over shielding now. They're not going to have anything to deal with this overclock coming in from Lukewarm.
It's 3 in ultimates invested here from Fisher and Esports, and they haven't gotten anything on the back of it. The Suzu keep Sam alive. Here's they're dancing along the wall. Kind of got caught in that corner, and Lukewarm eventually finds that kill. Kaluge very low as well. But Fisher have not been able to close out the kills as quickly as they'd like. Ultraviolet is able to escape alive, as is Kaluge, and Winthrop are still here giving Fisher a hard time.
I want to see what Sam can do here once they get the deflect back up. They do lose the point at 62%. So, I mean, it's going to be about the engagement now coming in from Lyre and Kaluge and Sam collectively. If they can get on top of Lukewarm, who's been giving them all sorts of trouble, they should be able to put the point back in their favor.
That was a nasty flick from Tree. Came had to use the recall early. Sound barrier out from Winthrop. They're getting aggressive. Looks like all attention on to Neb. And they had to use their Suzu very early. There was just nothing left in the tank. Here comes Cabe regrouping with Iron underneath the objective. I don't think there's any supports down there. I think Iron's stuck.
That's unlucky and unfortunate. Maybe a swift step in from Neb will be able to keep them up in the fight, but they're just getting pounced on.
Okay, that's the first time I've ever actually seen the passive healing engage on a tank. I've never even seen it like go a little bit. Iron at least got some benefit out of it. Unfortunately, still gets found out before it's all said and done. Woo! Sam picks up a cave. Those eyes in the back of your head type stuff.
I mean, that's just part of the pedigree. It's just part of the pedigree of playing in the Overwatch League. I mean, the steel sharpens steel, and I mean, went up against some of the best out of Korea, out of the world. And I mean, it's on full display here. Blade beat coming up very soon. You've got the Kitsune Rush. I mean, I think that the combo UV and Tree should just get a nasty first point take here.
Sure seems to have a bit of positional advantage, but Lukewarm absolutely caught rotation. Wasn't clean. Now there's a Kitsune Rush out, and Tree has that overclock indeed, using that combo as anticipated, and Tree finds Grapes with it. Illusion investing the Meteor Strike into this as well. That's 3 ultimates thrown in from Winthrop. They will be rewarded with that first cap they so desperately wanted.
Yeah, a little expensive there. A little expensive. They bring Lyre out on the Moira, so I mean, there's a ton of sustain for Winthrop here. They've got a blade still in hand. And we'll see, you know, how aggressive do they get? How far do they push out from the Bomb Flats point?
Going with a charged rail. Ran off Sam. And was looking for an early opening for the blade, but didn't see anything they liked. Bit of a pugilist battle going on between Collusion and Iron. Iron throws hands up and retreats back to their own corner. Meanwhile, Lukewarm's pocket the overclock and already found their other half in Tree. Ooh, missed a couple into Ultraviolet, but didn't miss that one. That one was solid. Blade is out. I heard Sam pull, but I look up and his health bar is very low. Only found the Tracer. Deluge will get pounced upon, and Fisher are able to turn this one.
Well, I mean, they're going to have the repositioning from Meteor Strike here for Iron. Nothing else online for them. Let's see if we can get Grapes up to a sound barrier here. But once again, you're going to have a Kitsune Rush engage here from UV, and I think that once again, Tree is going to use this to kind of stabilize the point and really start to push in.
Another opening kill from Lukewarm. That's 2 in a row. 2 fights in a row, that is. Tree still hovering here on the outside, trying to track Lukewarm. You see the reticle was up on top where Lukewarm jumped up for that shot. Tree is monitoring the opposing Sojourn with intense focus. We go, Kitsune Rush now out. We have a Coalescence used in that as well from Winthrop as they move in. I think I got canceled by Iron there with that punch. Iron takes to the skies with the Meteor Strike. Hits Tree down, follows up with a good shot, and the Sojourn is gone. UV has to use their Suzu on themselves, try to swift step out of there. Kalusia's still here on the outside, but Cave just runs right past him to find UV. Then Kalusia's closed in on.
I mean, what a great fight there. They're actually going to take this flashpoint, and we're going to go ahead and move on to flashpoint number 4. And you know what? Signs of life here for Fisher. They seem to have found a good working mechanism here to be able to kind of deny all the value of these ultimate combos that Winthrop are putting out here. I want to see if they can build up another Kitsune Rush as fast as possible and see what they can get done with Luke and Cave, because Cave has his pulse bomb. But those machine pistols in the middle of a Kitsune Rush is absolutely terrifying.
Disengage from Fisher. Ooh, Tree kind of landed in the middle of the pack. Nope, nobody ends up back in spawn as a result of it.
It's go time.
Ava on the outside, and Lukewarm pops an overclock of their own. Still fighting for this high ground control on the near side. Both Doomfists head to point. Lukewarm trying to catch Winthrop as they move in that direction as well, but no doing. Ooh, big punch lands on Sam. Sam doesn't get out. Sam goes down at 95%. Iron finds Tree as well. Iron continues with their triumphant return to Collegiate.
Oh, I mean, that's 4 now. And we've got respawns coming through. Yeah, Pursuit is good. And I mean, they're beating Winthrop at their own game right now. They're taking this pincer play and kind of the assassin side angles and winning it out. Lukewarm is a big reason why this is turning.
Yeah, I'm so high on this player right now. I'm telling you, Lukewarm just made a splash. We're sitting immediately on hitting this scene. It has been a big component here in New Junk City. Finding those opening picks. A couple fights in a row. See if they can do it again. 75 on the rail. Woo! Had Tree in their side two, swapped over to a Tracer. Woo! Gets it! Lukewarm once again opens things up here for Fisher, giving him a 5v4 for the 3rd fight in a row. Winthrop trying to respond with a Kitsune Rush. A good disengage. There's Glue dropping the Meteor Strike. Sound barrier is out, so nobody will die from that. Winthrop with a later sound barrier, want to push in. Grapes got low, but gets topped up. Fisher with some miraculous healing out of Neb. Stay 5 strong through the ultimates of Winthrop.
I mean, they went aggressive with their Kitsune Rushes, was exactly what you need to do. You have to expect the unexpected. And I mean, the boldness is exactly what they do, and they are going to take it indeed. And now we're heading to the final flashpoint, and I believe it's the refinery that we're heading to.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Fisher didn't have a single point on the board prior to this. They got 2-0'd on Lijiang Tower. They got 1-0'd on Shambhala Monastery. Here, finally, after 2 points on the board for Winthrop, Fisher are threatening to reverse sweep this map. And, well, I mean, start to reverse sweep in the whole series if they can pull this one out, Billy.
I mean, they've got the Pulse Bomb. They're going to have another Lukewarm overclock here very shortly. So it's all about timing. I mean, Ultraviolet's going to have to be massive with this Suzu when the Pulse Bomb comes.
Lukewarm 98. Force that overclock. Instrumental in the past 3 fights here for Fisher. Iron already low in this one, though, and it looks like Winthrop are commanding the high ground. Cave's been forced on the outside, and Lukewarm does it again! Unreal! Now the blade comes out, a new challenge here for Lukewarm in the Sojourn. I saw that pulse bomb into the corner, didn't see any death as a result of it. Kalusia is continuing to backpedal up this ramp. And Sam is a little bit out from the rest of the team. Had a deflect and the dash. Uses both to get back behind cover. All the while, Iron just took a ton of damage. Trio pick up Grapes as well. And Winthrop, they bend but don't break this time.
I mean, this is the best that we've seen Fisher look all night.
Certainly.
Lukewarm still on a bender on the Sojourn. But Neb, another Kitsune Rush ready. We've seen how good they have been when they have gone aggressive with this ultimate. Can you get the better of Ultraviolet with their own answering Kitsune Rush?
Can Lukewarm find first blood for 5 fights in a row? Oh my. I mean, it was by the skin of their teeth that Winthrop were able to pull off the last one. Kitsune rushes simultaneously for both of our teams. Fisher throwing in a sound barrier. And Kaluja's in deep on the Junker Queen. Sound barrier was invested here from Winthrop as well. The pulse from Tree doesn't land. So far, UV has our only pick. Sam gets another one. Rampage onto the point. Iron following closely behind with their Meteor Strike. But now duck it down as 4 Winthrop players converge in onto the Doomfist. Fisher did manage to swap this through the 99, a fortuitous turn. Cade goes down, though, and Winthrop have the point right back. Iron forced back onto the objective with less than half health, less than ideal, now back in spawn. Nebs, Suzu was late, and now they are under too much pressure. Winthrop hold on. It was a wonderful showing here from Fisher in map 3, but the Eagles continue to soar and close this one out in a 3-0.
Still, great signs of life out of Fisher. I got to give kudos to them because they were getting absolutely murdered through the first 2 maps, and they started to find the formula that works for them. But Tree is just a different